Alright guys, what is good, community? So this video is for Trevor Harris. Definitely subscribe to this guy. I'll put his link to his channel and all that good stuff in here. He's just throwing a little thing out there saying, he wants to know what's the best Marvel Legends of all time. So he said put together the top 10 best. Most of these are necessarily my favorite. A lot of them are. I'll give it that. I just have different orders for them all, but these in my mind are the best Marvel Legends as far as articulation goes, paint, just all around, what I like. And the good thing about the community is that, you're going to see a lot of different figures, and you'll see a lot of the same, what I'm saying, because there's a lot of figures that, are superiorly dope compared to others. So definitely start this thing off now. Number 10. Yes, it is Hasbro Wolverine. I know what you're saying, Nightmare. It's Hasbro. What are you doing? Now, hear me out here. This is the same mold as we got from the brown suited Wolverine. The only difference is I would have to say is just color choice. What you prefer? I actually do prefer the yellow and blue over the brown. There's nothing wrong with the brown at all. I'm saying? It's still a great figure. These are ideally identical figures, saying the only difference is just the paint. Another big thing I have with this figure, a good thing, is that the claws actually came out way better out of the packaging than any other Wolverine figure that I've owned. I've owned a lot of them. Saying these I haven't had to manipulate them in any way. They stayed the same pretty much for a while. Doing a little articulated comic book art, you can bend them up a little bit, but right out of the package, these claws were solid. Even the variant to this figure, the claws they came out perfect, and I just think it was just the way they were packaged in the new Hasbro style packaging. So this thing came out really well. So yeah, and like I said, he's got all the same articulation, superior articulation, all around great size. He's a little smaller, compared to other Legends, so really true comic book accurate. So definitely number 10 would have to be Wolverine. Let's get into it again some more. Number 9. This is the Beast. This is from series 4. Like I said, he's just a superior sculpt, great articulation. You cannot go wrong with Beast. I mean, every little detail on him is articulated, all the way down to his jaw, which you can move a little bit, not too much, but nonetheless, you can get him in some crazy poses, which is really cool. Zoom into his face. I mean, his sculpting is just superior. I mean, look at that. The paint work on him is beautiful. You just cannot go wrong with this figure at all. And the good thing is, he's a really cheap figure, surprisingly. You can actually get him for dirt cheap almost anywhere. I actually picked him up at the con for $8. What I'm saying? So, which is a steal. You can get him in great poses. He's one of the best Marvel Legends that you can actually find for his size and, his sculpt. He's exactly what a Beast should look like. Mine's got a little bobblehead action, but he's just a great figure. So definitely number 9 would be Beast. Keep it going. Number 8. It's a figure I think is overlooked a lot of times, but to me is one of the best out there. And this is Captain Britain. Now, the reason I choose Captain Britain is because this is the idea body mold I like for the Legends. It's just all around great. I did have a problem with the ball hips, but you tend to overlook that once you get into the figure some more. But nonetheless, he's got great articulation everywhere. I love the butterfly effect right here. I guess that's what you would call it. I mean, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, he's got the best paint out of any Marvel Legends out there. Just the detail on him is just impressive. I'm saying he is a really clean figure. You cannot really say too many bad things about him. The white is a great, vibrant white on him. You can see a little mixture of blue in there, all the way down to his knee pads. I mean, this is absolutely a perfect figure in my mind. He's got finger articulation, make a great fist. I mean, just look at him. He's absolutely dope. Another thing I like too with a lot of the Marvel Legends, I like when the flight stand, the hole is a little bit lower. A lot of them have them way up in the back, but I think having them lower, you can get a little more height with the flight stand. So this guy is absolutely sick. He's one of my favorite legends. I know they've used, you know, this mold before, but like I said, it's one of my favorite molds for a legend. I just think it's just a solid, perfect figure. He is sick. Alright, so let's get into it some more. Number 7. I'm going to have to go with the big boy here, the Hulkbuster. I'm going to step the camera back a little bit because this boy is big. Now, when I look at other, you know, legends and too, I look at how fun they are, you know, what they can bring to the table. And this guy is absolutely amazing. He's one of my favorites out of any kind of legend there is. I mean, he's just, as far as the big boys go, this guy is dope. I mean, look how huge he is. He even has a damn flight stand. And it don't even work right. He cannot be held up by one of those things. This guy is sick. And another fun factor I like is you can see Tony Stark in there. Let's zoom in. You can see all his equipment. I mean, this is just paying attention to detail. I mean, they went out and just really did a number on this thing. Toy Biz, I think, was prime as far as action figures go. I mean, these guys really worked hard. And yeah, even after talking with Falcon, you know, Jesse Falcon and, you know, Dave Vonner for all those times at the con, gave me a lot more appreciation for Toy Biz and even Hasbro. Just knowing now all the information I know from when I first started, all the hard work, you know, the licensing, you know, all the different stuff that go into making these figures. I have a lot more appreciation for it, which is why I don't harp too much on what Hasbro does. It's because I understand the business now. I understand, you know, the things they have to go through to actually make these figures. So it's a little, you know, it's a little, for real, just thinking about all the stuff that has to go into all these figures. He still has all the articulation, grand articulation everywhere. Finger movement, you know, joints everywhere, double jointed at the knee. I mean, you cannot go wrong with this figure. So definitely number 7 would have to be Hulkbuster. Oh yeah, he's from the Legendary Riders. Forgot to say that. And he was from Giant Man. Forgot to say that. Alright, so where are we at? We're at 6, right? 6, I'm going to have to go with Deadpool. Now, Deadpool, of course, is a really sought after figure. He's very expensive, you know, just because, I don't know if just because he's super limited or, you know, he's just a badass figure. You really cannot go wrong with this. The only complaint I ever had about this figure is that he didn't have the little hood flap, which I think Hasbro did a great job with that one as far as making the hood flap. Nonetheless, this is a great figure. If you cannot find this figure, you know, the 2-pack one is really good. I would say I would continue to try to get this one as best you could, but you know, for a lot of people it's a lot of money, which I cannot argue with that. But he came with a whole bunch of accessories, guns, swords, size, you know, another head. I mean, he is absolutely a perfect figure. In other words, I mean, very sick articulation. Mine's getting a little bit on the loose side, which is why I don't really like posing him too often, because he is starting to get that loose, you know, vibe going on. But you know what? He's still a sick figure. I cannot argue with that. So he is number 6. Let's get into number 5. Number 5 is the big bad boy himself, Colossus. Colossus is absolutely dope. You know what I'm saying? If you find this figure, you are a Marvel Legends collector. This guy is one of the best out there in the biz. He's got great articulation. The fingers, of course, move. You know, all the little detail that you want in a figure. You know what I'm saying? You cannot argue with the results on this guy. The paint work on him is dope. Just all around sick figure. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. All the articulation you can get. You know, very comic book accurate. Love this figure. Very, very happy I picked him up. So he is number 5. Alright. Now, here goes mine for 4. It's a female figure, but it's Storm. Now this is my favorite mold for the female figures. She is very, very dope. I have absolutely no complaints with this figure. This one, I would say the only difference is it doesn't have the flight hole for her back. But you know what? That is all good. She has got a perfect mold all around. Love the hair sculpt is just absolutely phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? This is just a great figure. I love the hands on her. Now, many people I know will complain that she can't throw a fist, you know, because, you know, Storm does scrap every once in a while. But understandably, you know what I'm saying, it's just one of those things that I still absolutely love. I can get her in some energy blast, all kinds of different things. Yeah, just an all-around perfect figure. I mean, you can see all the detail that they put into her costume. You can see this is like a really high, I would say, you know, boot. You can see it all meshes or blends together, and you can see the little fold line for it. I mean, very, very sick detail. See the X-Men logo. The only other figure that is even better than this one would probably be the X-Men Classic Storm, just because of the paint. I love the rubbery little cape that they got attached to her, and you can see this one as well. I mean, just superior figure. I love this figure. Storm is one of my favorite female characters in Marvel. Very powerful. Just all around a great choice for, you know, Toy Biz really did a number on this one. And this one actually has the flight hole. So that is dope. Number 4 is Storm. Did I say which wave she was from? I don't remember. I'm just going to stop at that. You guys know what they are. Alright, number 3. You know what? Everybody else is going to say it. I have to say it and cannot argue with that, but it's Juggernaut. Juggernaut is an absolute beast. Before I was even collecting Marvel Legends, you know, I was at the store just looking through the toy aisle, and I seen Juggernaut there. You know, saying it is back when I wasn't even collecting. You know, just because I, you know, didn't have the money at the time. You know, hell, I was damn near poor. And I remember seeing this thing in a package. I was like, God damn, the Juggernaut's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Back then, even not collecting Marvel Legends, I still appreciated the, you know, the art, you know, and craft to this guy. You know, not even get him out of the package. I mean, this guy is a monster. That was definitely one of my biggest pickups I got at the con for me. Just because he was one of those figures I didn't have. As soon as I seen him there, day one, got him. You know what I'm saying? So he's just superior figure. Great. I mean, all the detail in the arm. His arms are absolutely huge. This guy is sick. Removable helmet, which is something I really love in a figure. You know what I'm saying? I don't like masks that don't come off, helmets that don't come off. I just think it adds a little more. You can see the face sculpt on him. This guy's dope. You know, and just like every other buddy, you know, about the Juggernaut, you know, how the back doesn't close up all the way. But, you know, saying it's all good to me. I'm not tripping too much, but it's just something I wish that was, you know, wasn't an issue. So number 2, now this one for me is just an absolute fun figure. This is the War Machine. I love this figure. Absolutely love it. And, you know, just like KJ Hulk said about, you know, the Series 1 Iron Man, which is the same mold as this. It just looks like there's a guy in a suit. I mean, that's how bulky it is. You can see I'll even bring him out. This is I love this mold for Iron Man. There goes that one, and even the Centurion Iron Man is a dope figure. But I just love this one just because of the fun factor he's got. He's got all kinds of weapons. He came with all these, you know, kind of you know, the energy blast. You know what I'm saying, the little fire, you know, flight. I mean, this is absolutely just sick. You know, no real figures will give you this anymore, this kind of stuff, which is, I thought was way above, you know, the time of Legends. They really outdid this. He even has another, you know, missile launcher thing, which I can't find it at the time. I think it's in my weapons stuff. And he actually has like, you know, rounds that come out. Another thing I like is the attention to detail, the removable face mask. So you can see, you know, guy in a suit. I mean, this guy is absolutely sick. Like I said, it's all about fun factor for me. I mean, what you can do with these figures. And this one, you can do a lot with him. He's absolutely a gorgeous figure. Very dope. Put his mask back on him. Alright, number 1 for me, which you've seen this guy a lot. I just, you know, can't argue with the facts of how good this figure is, which I'm going to have to step back for this one. Damn it! Alright, this is Sentinel. Yep, Sentinel is it for me. This is one of the best Marvel Legends that you will get out there if you can get the pieces for him. He's essentially the best army build that you can get. These things are absolutely epic. I love this Sentinel figure. You can see, let's get into with the detail. The paint on him is superior. You can see just how he's supposed to be. He's a giant robot. You know what I mean? I do like the fact that they paid attention to that. He doesn't have crazy articulation all in the legs. He's got the basic articulation, so he moves like a robot should. You know what I'm saying? These things were not like super athletic or anything like that, and they paid great attention to that. He actually does come with the little tentacle things, which I don't really, I can't use it on mine. Mine doesn't stay in too often, but it's just super sick. He's just a dope figure. Look at all that. Sentinel is badass. So, number one for me is definitely Sentinel. One of the best figures that you can get for Marvel Legends. Alright, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please, hope the rest of the community would do their top 10. What the best figures are. Help support, other people in the community. Keep doing their thing, guys. Alright, peace.